How you guys doing? I'm actually doing this video because somebody asked to show how to do a video on a slot. Um, so I'm doing a part right now. So this part, it has a slot over here. It doesn't matter. So the slots, the way that normally you do is it can start from 0, so you can have an open, or it can start in the middle anywhere. The reason it cuts, it actually lowers itself in with the cutting feed into a part, and then cut it. Now, let me draw this one. So usually the way you program a slot, and I think I've explained this on the video, you program it not from here to here, but actually to the, let's call it straight, to the straight here, and you not, these radiuses are automatically generated. So if, for example, you're gonna program the slot from, let's say this is where the part starts, okay? So let's say this is the part and whatnot. Sorry for the drawing. And you want the slot to be pretty much to start from the front. You have to compensate for this. So this you would have to start from a minus. So for example, this is a quarter right here, 0.25. So that means from here to here, it's gonna be half of that. So it's gonna be 125,000. So you can even give yourself a little bit more room, and let's say start from minus 200. So so the machine will start here, and then she'll go here, and then at the end she's gonna make this give you this radius. And the same thing over here. If let's say sometimes they'll give you the number to go, let's say you'll get this dimension, then remember that subtract half of whatever the width it's gonna be on that slot. So I'll give you an example. So let's say this right here, it's gonna be 1 inch and 130,000. So if you're on the Mazak roll, okay, so you go to face machining. Okay, you have a slot option, and then you have two modes. The ZY, it's gonna be for your outside, and XY, it's gonna be for your face. So we'll go ZY, then you position C. So let's say if you have a lot of milling and whatnot, but let's say this is the only thing that we do mill, it's gonna be that keyway. It's gonna be a position C, axis direction, stock allowance. So now this is asking stock allowance from, let me see if I can get it, from the bottom to this top. Okay, so it's asking how much stock do you have. So usually let's say you get a drawing like this, it tells you for 30. So you take this diameter, let's say this one, which would be let's call it half an inch. You divided it by 2, that's going to be a 250. So then what you do is you take 250, and then also 250, so that's going to be 500, minus 430, that's going to be a 70,000. So 250, that's going to be 180, it's going to be a starting position. So this is a 70,000 depth. So it's always gonna be like I said. So that SRVA, it's asking you how much you're removing stock from the bottom to the outside. So she knows how much to. Let's say you'll give her that 250 minus 70, so you'll give her that 180. So she's gonna start at 180,000 from the center. And you tell her you have 70,000 stock, so she's gonna, let's say with the 10,000 cuts, so she's gonna just plunge 10,000, do that first pass, then plunge another 10,000, do a second pass, and so on. So how wide this slot is. So right now, let me see where's the information. Okay, QA. So we have between 127 and 128,000. So let's go 128,000. Bottom roughness, this is your finish, so let's go 7. This is automatically generated how much finish we want to leave. So we leave actually little, because this is a 3mm end mill. Pattern, this is going to be a line. Chamfer 0, and this is going to be 0. This is going to be your end mill. So let's go to tool data. So we have 120,000, machine priority, so on and so forth. So let's quickly explain the program. So let's go to program, work number 16. Okay. So how you see it's so the shift R. So the starting point, like I said, I mean, this is how much we are removing. So we're removing actually 74,000 stock, and this is gonna be from 175. That's the bottom. We're starting minus 200. So when she does that, extra radius, she actually comes out before the face. So we do have a straight line. We don't have that radius. What I'm saying, so we don't see that at the end. We want that line from starting of the face straight. Then your Y is going to be a 0, and this is going to be a 0. Let me deactivate this, and so now, so first line is going to be your outside diameter starting. You're starting your Z. If there's a need, let's say it's going to be off center, then your Y, and you're pretty much your angle axis from Z. And then the second line is going to tell you how far we're going. So we're actually going 1 inch and 66,000. Okay, and the same thing is right here. So I usually have to add another 1,000 or 2 to the width of the slot. Usually, if it's a plus, so let's say plus 1 or 2,000. That's what I've noticed. What you can also do, you can go to tool data, and this is the end mill. So I called it 120,000. As you see, and I actually put in the true diameter, so 3mm divided by 25.4. It will give you standard dimension. So if you make this smaller, then the machine will compensate. So let's say you make it smaller, 2,000, so you'll make it 116,000. So the machine thinks the end mill is smaller, so she's going to actually go a little bit wider, and that way she'll compensate for the tool. If you make the tool bigger, so she'll make the slot a little bit smaller. So sometimes you can do that, but or what you can do is you can make the shape bigger or smaller. So stick to one way, one system, so you don't get mixed up if you ever get the job repeat. So if it's gonna come out smaller or too big, you already know where to correct. So pretty much, like I said, simple how to do it. So how to do these slots. So like I said, insert, face, and then you have your slot option. Okay, the line, and then yeah. So here, so hopefully somebody gets something out of it. And if you guys have any questions, you can post them, or you can find me on the Facebook. and just get in touch with me through the messenger. Um, so I've been asked before about an email. I don't want to just give out my email. It's just too much crap going on out there. But you can always ask, and like I said, I'll make more videos. I don't have right now time to make any PDFs and such. Um, this is kind of pretty self-explanatory. Most of the time, when you run these, it's kind of it's it's kind of pretty easy. Yeah, the only time when you change your position C, for example, it's if you have a keyway here, and let's say, and you drill, here and here, and this has to be, 45 or 90 degrees to anything you've done before, then this is somewhere where you change your C position. But outside of that, like on the basic part like that, you don't have to like mess with it. And like most of the part, like I said, it's pretty explanatory. Like these I, J, P, I have no idea what that is. So like I said, I'm still learning. Hopefully, maybe one day I'll know. This is a corner. Same thing is like I've never actually had to use this because machine automatically will give you that radius at the end. But like I said, if I'll ever find out and I'll feel that there's gonna be a good use for it, I'll post a video. All right, guys, take care.